gossip, local and global. Oh, celebrity gist. Heard it on the grapevine. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8:15 a.m. It's about that time when we go in right inside of entertainment. Today, Tuesday, the 22nd day or 23rd day of November 2021. And I'm just excited because today seems to be a very special day. Besides the fact that Marvel is bringing out ROI on Disney Plus. Enough of that. I'm movie head here. But it's Grapevine 981 and it's three J's in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have to say. Chef Jeff is here with me, and of course, James Silas. Good morning, guys.
Good morning,
Yes. And my name is Judith the TV as well. Good morning, guys. So hence the triple J. J. How you guys doing today?
The world.
How you guys doing today?
I love you 3000. It's good to be back.
I wish that was for me, but it's for Lagos anyway.
Well, are you not in Lagos? That applies now. It's okay.
Partly Lagos.
No, but he didn't say I love you, Lagos. He said I love you. Saying
3000
to you.
Yeah, that's I love you 3000.
James,
take it, Judith.
Accept it.
Good.
James, good morning.
Good morning, Judith. How are you doing?
Good. That's wonderful. Good to have
Your
you guys.
makeup artist is on flick.
Well, I mean, it's me, but thank
okay.
you. I'm the
Take
one.
it. No name, I shall see your makeup artist. So if you are the makeup artist, take it.
Guys, we're streaming live on YouTube. So go on to YouTube and catch us live on there. We're at Smooth981 on YouTube. So go catch as we stream live. It's quite the conversation we're having today. Everything that happened inside of entertainment over the weekend and also Mondays, we're going to take it inside, as well as new music as well. So also as well, you can also join the conversation and send us WhatsApp messages to 0809-444-0981. Again, 0809-444-0981 to join the conversation on YouTube. Now we're going to kickstart things here by playing new music for you, and we're going to get your reviews on there. Jeff and James, you guys are ready?
Yeah, we are.
Now, this is from the album. It's going to be an album review this time. And this is from Fino's album, Something to Live For. Did you guys listen to it?
Yes, I have.
Chef Jeff?
Well, don't put me on the spotlight here. Put your producer on the spotlight.
Yeah, I know. I've apologized now. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm just going to wing this particular one here. So let's go with it.
All right. I can see if you can comment if you want to comment. So we're just gonna go in and see if we can get that out there. We're taking two songs from the. So many things I'm winging today, guys. Bear your pardon. Hey, come over here and help me. Come over here and help me. That I'm trying to signal my intern here, Messi. Messi's going to help me. So Messi, we're gonna take the first single from here. It's Fino called Belong to You. All right, so help me and find that, if you can find that on our system there. Belong to You from Fino, from the album Something to Live For. All right, so that's what it's called. And we're going to play a snippet from that album. And we're going to play that for you so that you can, so let's see if we can find it. All right, we found it. Guys, you're ready? All right, let's do it. This one's called Belong to You, featuring Peruzzi, and it's called, it's by Fino. Let's hear it.
So what, you didn't cue it?
I'm a man, if it will now it's up to you. No, you got the answers when I don't know what to do. One more see something, sucking the mobile.
Tonight I'm feeling good, and now you do me like this. I don't know, say you like in my trips. I don't know, say you don't hear my gist. Tonight I'm feeling fly, cause you fly like me. Insecure, cause you fly like me. Make my thing go, yeah. Last, I go para, I go send like a million thunder. If they want to come put us under, make it follow thunder to thunder. Yes, I go para, I go send like a million thunder. If they want to come put us under.
I can hear some Two-Face influence there, but maybe that's just me. I think that's what I can hear. But the song you're listening to is Belong to You. It's Fino featuring Peruzzi from his album Something to Live For. Chef Jeff, or should I say James? James, let's start with you.
Okay. Yes, of course, the Two-Face influence, which is Peruzzi. Even from his first introduction, everybody it was easy to just connect to Baba to to his vibe or to his sound. Even though he still finds a way to be unique in his own way. I mean, it's Peruzzi. Two talented artists, but the song belongs to Fino off his latest album. It's a beautiful song. I love the song. It's a vibe. And extending to the album itself, I think Fino on this one did a very good job, like he has always done. Also, establishes the fact that Fino is, in quotes, they call him the beast from the east, musically. And I think if you're a fan of Fino, if you love Fino's music, whether you understand Igbo or not, this album is an album you want to vibe to, because from the start to finish, I didn't get to skip any song. You know, when you hear a song for the first time, and there's a tendency of saying, is it connecting? Do I like it? No, from the start to the end of this album, I can tell you for free that it's a beautiful album, and Fino did a good job with it. So shout out to the effort put in, the producers from Mastercraft and every other person that worked on that project. It's a beautiful album. I don't know if we'll get to listen to another track, but I mean, it is what it is.
All right, Chef Jeff.
I mean, okay, so because I didn't get to review everything on time, I'm just gonna go and wing it. But James nailed it in two particular factors here. It's something that you hear for the first time and you're like, okay, you're gonna love it. My default setting is to normally love anything Fino, to be honest. So I always have to be like, no, go and start being judgmental about it. But when it's like you justify that love, that's where things come into play. It's nice hearing him sing even in a higher range in this particular element there. There's a good level of fusion between him and Peruzzi. And you can also tell that there's been a lot of effort that's been put into the writing as well. That's one thing I always say about things. And, the thing about about Fino, he's basically our Sarkodie over here, all right? In the sense that you don't need to understand what he's saying. He just has the way of catching you on the vibe. And that's what it's about.
But good stuff there. Let's take on to the next one now. This one is also from Fino. It's also from the album Something to Live For, and it features D Smoke, and he calls this one I Do This.
Femme, director extraordinaire.
Yeah.
This was actually a video.
Yeah, how's it video?
Yeah, I do this for my family and then I do Messi Wonderman. Do it for the fans and I die to Yemu Tonyobana. First and I hot and working my mother, Messi Border. Afternoon, I got the moon and send it up on Yobana. I do it for the hustlers, still I talk on Nasata. The guys in Galawe, I can't go Hano Bakata. Boys in my street, and my back from Dr. Nafia Baba. Boy, you may leave it, go on up, but no to an nature. I do it for the money, can knock at us, walk on. Do it at the hits and for the just go out in back. Man for my mom, wine, tell them, man for me, I do it for my brothers in our boy in
and that's Fino right there featuring The Smoke, and they call this one I Do This from the album Something to Live For. Guys, what are your thoughts on this one? I wish that I was Igbo sometimes.
It's not Igbo, it's Igbo. Just say Igbo.
Igbo. I wish that I was Igbo sometimes. I wish that I was Igbo sometimes, just cause like there's this swag that I just wish that I could hear it and then just be part of the swag. Do you get what I mean? Like,
so marry an Igbo man. You get the vibe.
I don't know. I have. Oh, hey, Kissy, I'm sorry.
Tell us.
Before I say like, where in all your history of boyfriends, I've dated an Igbo man before, but I mean I think it's just one I have.
Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't been with Igbo people before. I don't know. I just find you guys really weird.
Okay. So just for the record, I mean, me and Chef Jeff, we are Igbo.
Are you Igbo?
You're not Igbo.
I'm sorry. Like, are you Igbo?
Yes, I am.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
wow! This is
Yeah.
my first time. I've known you for what, 3 years, and I didn't know this.
that's all right.
You don't even look it though.
Exactly. It's very easy to assume he's like
Yeah,
Yoruba or
yeah,
something, to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
honest. Yeah.
that's okay. That's
Wow.
okay. So let's go back to the
Yeah,
music.
Get
yeah,
back
just
to the
back to
music.
music.
I mean, what
Yeah.
I like about this is it's got this whole gangster Igbo kind of film feeling going towards it. So if you're looking for that kind of hardcore hip hop kind of thing, then that's where it delivers with this particular song here. But even then, within the song itself, I'm hearing elements of Lonely, Khaled and Billie Eilish. And so it was sampled and twisted a little bit to kind of like a hornsy kind of feel. So if that was the sampling they did there, I have to give them applause for the creativity. Um, but I mean, for me, it's an okay song. I will listen to it, no problem, fine. But this type of rap music is not really what goes into my forte. The only reason I would still play it is because, well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. James, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
for me, it's so I don't know about the elements that he because maybe I haven't heard that particular, but I know for sure that sometimes when they want to deal with these international artists, they make it more they try to tweak it so it's familiar to them and easy for them to jump on, right? But for the song, it's a message. It's about why he's doing this. Why are you hustling? Why are you making music? Why you the things you say? Why do you say them? We're doing this to hold it down for our family, for our friends, for those ones that have gone to jail. And so that whole talk thing he's talking about is, coming from where someone like Fino, even the smoke, from the ghetto, from the streets. A lot of things go down on the streets. And when they, pass this message in this music like this, a lot of people that are coming from there who have survived or who are still there, they get to feel this sense of acceptance or this sense of like I feel like I'm part of what you go through or what you're going through, So that's what this music stands for. It's a beautiful. I mean, if you take your time out later, you can listen and then listen to the lyrics, not just from Fino's part, from also the Smoke's part, because he took it from his American part down to his Mexico roots as well. So it's a strong song. For music heads or for rap heads, I mean, I think it's something that you want to pay attention to.
I think it's very interesting when you go from the east and you're like, okay, all the way to the U.S. and to Mexico and
Yeah,
whatnot. That's an interesting story in its own
true.
right as well. So
Yeah, maybe it just goes to pay homage to storytelling in
yeah,
yeah in Igbo
and
language.
backgrounds
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, really nice stuff. Well, we'll take a break at this point. When we come back on the other side, we go in depth to all the news inside of the entertainment world. Award season, AFRIMA. What's the other one now? The American Music Awards that just finished, and so much more. Please stay with us. This is Grapevine inside of Smooth Breakfast. That was. If not, I would have
What's that?
like
The
playing
whole playing
like that song
of
thing. It
yeah,
was like a
live.
quick save because I'm like over here searching for it, and then I realized, wait, this is fucking YouTube, and I'm like, shit, like what gives? I would have lost it. I
True, true.
nearly lost
No,
my
but you
mind
tried.
there.
I know. I saw you come this
It's like,
way.
wait,
It's
where? Like,
happening.
just move this way. Thank you so much. Help me. Listen, yo, I feel about to lose my mind on this place.
No, that's where Lakumi comes in. She's supposed to have made sure that the
Yeah,
song
should
you're
have told
feeling
me.
already.
I don't know. I guess, and I guess I should do that because there's nobody to put it in.
Then what about them OVA?
Maybe they left
Okay.
earlier than usual, so she had no choice. It happens. Everyone's not leaving earlier than they should. So that's what it is. All right. So when we come back, we'll just do entertainment gist, and we'll be done. We don't have enough time, so maybe one more minute for everything else, and then
Yeah, that's fine.
we'll just be done with it. Done with it.
Any particular reason for the increased number of ads, or
Well, it's the end of the season. That's what happens when it happens.
More
So,
people advertise.
more people advertise end of the year. They want to make more sales. They have promos. They have end of year sales, that kind of stuff. So they want to do. So you see this like that. But when it comes to January, like the first quarter, you would not see any ads. You see maybe like one or two, and it's mostly like banks or something. But you wouldn't find ads. So now you're going to see a lot of ad towards the end of the year. So it happens like that. But
Right.
January is slow. February starts to pick up because Valentine's Day, and then March, and then entering Easter, you now get to see more ads.
Okay.
So most time, this is where you ought to do lots of killings, like
Okay.
in terms of like money ahead of
The new year.
ahead of the new year.
It's the
But
same with the
unfortunately,
filters.
you know how it is. But some other radio stations are already like on it, like full on it, like trying to get all
Yeah.
the money. Like they're trying to like, okay,
Discounts?
what you need, what you need, we
Trying
got
to
you,
pay
we
for that
got you.
December
Like,
party, right?
yeah, what you need, we got you. Like, listen, you like we got you,
True,
okay?
true.
Are you getting December parties? Like we could get OAPs to host for you. Like they are like trying to make money now ahead of January because they need to pay salaries and it's quite expensive, you know. Just
Some people
to
actually paying 13th salary or 13th month or something.
um
Some people are doing that.
some people, yeah, well, I mean, some people. Yeah, just some people. We're going back in, guys. Ready? And welcome back. You're listening to Smooth, the 98.1 Love Music, Love Life. It is the Smooth Breakfast Show, your Inside Grapevine 981. Joining me live today is Chef Jeff and James Silas.
Yeah,
Hey, yeah. My name is Judith TB. Hey, yeah. It's the 3 Triple J. Enough of my singing. Let's move on now to very sad news here. I saw this yesterday, and I just felt like whenever I see news like this, it just reminds me that my childhood and all of my teenage years are like slowly going away, and there's no reminiscent of them anymore because this person's are sort of like icons or reminders of what my childhood used to be. And this news was quite shocking, sad, I just couldn't understand it. So you might know this by now, but if you don't know this, Nollywood veteran Baba Suwe is dead. The Nigerian movie veteran Babatunde
Medina, yeah.
Omidina, he popularly known as Baba Suwe, is dead, and the death of the movie star was announced by his son Adeshola on Monday, November 22nd, 2021. And this, and I'm going to quote, he said, "This is to announce the sudden death of my father, the legend and regem Baba Suwe." Pretty sad stuff. Pretty sad stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's just very tragic. I mean, this year has taken a heavy toll. But, you know, he's had a good life, a memorable one as well. And you didn't even have to be Yoruba to know who Baba Suwe was. That was the thing about him. He had that level of crossover appeal. At some point in time in your life as a child in Nigeria, you would have come across something that he would have done, whether it's a movie or whether an appearance somewhere. And it's just really sad, but at least there's a legacy that stays. It's a positive feeling when you think about his name. And I feel like that's just it's a good way to go when people can say positive things about you at the end. So it's my condolences to the family and everybody who's just saddened by this as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, he died at 67. You know, so, but I don't think I've not seen any further details as to
What
the
happened?
cause of his death.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, I'd say condolences to the family as well. It's a big loss in our what's it called, domestic or local movie industry. You know, Nollywood and the rest. But it's so sad.
So sad. Let's move on to the awards now. The All Africa Music Awards, AFRIMA, held at the Eco Convention Center, has come to an end, and the night was filled with quite the celebrations of African music from across the continent. And of course, Wizkid is named Artist of the Year and wins Song of the Year for the song Essence. All right, and the list goes on when you look at the awards, the awardees, more like the people who won awards. But hey guys, best collaboration Wizkid and Tame, best group Sultan, Salty Soul, and of course best artist or duo in African dance choreography goes to Flavor, Diamond Platinum, and Fali Ipupa. James.
Yeah, I mean, for when it comes to awards, I'm one of those people who will tell you that everybody actually, once you are nominated for an award, you're also a winner. And then I also don't believe that awards validate your ingenuity, your talent, your hard work. And awards are good, but it doesn't matter whether you get an award or you don't. What's more important is that you have a fan base who are feeding on your music, who are also making sure that your bank account is smiling. So it's not about winning awards and not having anything to show for yourself, So, but awards are great, but I don't put too much into these, award shows. I'm just saying for me personally.
No, I think that this is great for Salty Soul, to be honest, because they've been very hardworking this
Very
year, as in the
hardworking.
creativity,
Yeah.
everything has just been like fantastic. What I love about these awards is that it is very Africa focused. Like you've got the North, you've got the East, you've got the South. So it's like even if you don't know these people, you can be like, okay, I want to look into your music. I want to get to know who you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about that, because otherwise, normally things tend to be very Nigeria centric. I mean, yeah, we are that great, to be honest, but you know, it is what it is. So that is very nice to see. But for me, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad that the year is coming to an end, and I'm hoping that Essence also comes to an end. Because I'm at this stage where I just feel like this song, at this point in time, I feel like this song is not like 3 years old. I mean, there were other songs on the album, people. Can we like just throw them forward?
Rough around the
You know what I
baby.
mean?
Yeah, I love
Come
that
on.
one. Like, why? Damian Marley's that one with Damian Marley is so
Yeah.
still my
Blessed.
best. And I don't know why
Yeah.
it's not getting enough airplay like it should.
Yeah.
I really love it. But again, I think it's summer. The song for summer 2022 should be Essence.
I can agree to that. I mean, yeah, I mean, Wizkid, fantastic. Thames, I'm an addict of Thames, yes.
Me
but even
too.
Thames have put new things out, and it's been there playing away. But for Wizkid, I don't know what the situation was going on over there. Like, you know, there are great songs on that album. We reviewed the whole thing. Like, give us more, more.
Do you think it's the Justin Bieber effect?
That was
on
part of
No,
it.
that was-
No, that came
that
afterwards.
came afterwards,
That came
please.
afterwards.
But
But
Justin
No.
that's
should
sort of
go sit down.
stretched.
That felt like
Stretched it.
maybe
Stretched, yes.
stretched it, yeah. But I
Stretched.
mean, Justin should just grab a couple of seats. You're trying to outshine Thames, and that's no
That's all,
cool.
no.
Like, please just
No.
sit down.
Calm down.
I beg you.
I
That was
agree,
like
I
a.
agree.
I mean, that was like an album. Like that was like the covers that he would do for YouTube. That's how his verse, his line felt. Like it
Yeah.
didn't feel like because there was nothing different. I said the song just seemed longer, and he just jumped on it.
I mean, I didn't like how a lot of people on social media were like just playing the Justin part all the time.
It's
I'm like,
it's
yo,
like,
yo, he just jumped on this
jumped
thing
on
just
this,
like
he didn't do
yesterday. We've been
anything.
there for a long time. He didn't
Like-
jump like oh, great. No.
Let's move on, guys. And this news is I don't know how I feel about this. All right, so the 2021 American Music Awards have come to an end. Of course, we saw plenty of them walk down the red carpet. We saw Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, and they also walked away with multiple awards. But what's quite interesting for me was Doja Cat's winning Best R&B in the same category as Jasmine Sullivan, her, my favorite, as well as Caesar. So it's like, what is with the categorization of this? I mean, this year's nomination, because it's not adding up for me. So what's up, guys? Let's talk about this. Chloe Bailey as well also took her Have Mercy performance to a new level. There was also Cardi B on there. So yeah, let me just read out the winners. Okay, so the many of the early winners of the 2021 Music Awards were in the R&B and hip hop categories, where Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion both pulled off an impressive sweep. Doja Cat won 3 American Music Awards for favorite female R&B, favorite R&B album, which I'm like, what? And collaboration of the year. Meanwhile, Megan Thee Stallion won awards for favorite female hip hop award artist, as well as favorite hip hop award album and favorite trending song. And one of the most highly anticipated performance of the night was from Chloe Bailey, and so much more. But guys, just help me make sense of this. What is going on with music and just
Doja, she does R&B and pop. That's the thing. But the thing that we saw more prominently was the pop. That was a collaboration with Caesar. That was what we saw there. But then, if you think about it, these things happen. I mean, you got the situation whereby even Beyonce will give you some pop and R&B on the same album. Rihanna does it too.
Yeah.
So that's what probably happened with this particular situation here.
I don't know, guys.
So I don't know.
I
I
don't
mean, there were a couple of surprises in these things. I mean, Kanye West picking up a favorite gospel artist. But I feel like my most annoying category was probably the favorite trending song, because that what's it called, Megan Thee Stallion song, I really I hate it so much. I hate it. I mean, stop. You're giving me a headache. That thing is like, you need to take Nurofen with Panadol Extra, and the extra is in capital letters, otherwise it's just not going to work. I don't know, it's just because I used to love dancing, but I now hate it because the TikTok generation has just really ruined everything.
My
for
God,
me right
I
now.
went to
So
a
favorite
breakfast-
trending song, favorite annoying songs. That is what it is. Favorite annoying songs.
Have you seen Gen Z's in their natural habitat? like doing the oh goodness, I went out for breakfast and I was just there, and this kids literally just ran upstairs to the place, right, and they set up all their phones and they just literally like in a queue and doing it like
No, no,
I'm like,
no, no,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
no. Sorry.
Please tell me.
Make it stop.
Like the fact that I'm gonna have kids in this generation is making me. Like, I'm just losing
The
my
anxiety
mind.
attacks.
I'm losing my mind.
I mean-
but James, go ahead.
I mean, I think I said it all. But so when it comes to these, like I said, categories or and so on, if they have their criteria for picking or picking songs or artists into different categories, so I'm sure she must, and everybody that's been nominated would have met the criteria, and that's why they will be in that category. And then, so regardless of, and then sometimes when you can also you might have to check the year in review, if how many R&B albums were released, how many pop albums were released. So sometimes they get to just blend everything together and make it a single category, just maybe. And then also when it comes to your concern, you might also want to ask yourself, have you listened to the full album? Are you sure of the argument you're trying to place
Yeah,
here?
that's very
so
true.
those are the things that you have to look at before making an argument for it.
And lastly, before we just skedaddle or like waltz out of the studio, this one is you guys have seen all the videos of do you know what? I don't have FOMO, okay? I honestly don't have that old fear of missing out on things. I'm really cool at where I am, and I can be a very content person, right? But seeing the videos of Adele performing for this very few selected people, I swear to God, like, if you ask me to do like the wildest thing to get a ticket to just watch Adele and just be among the few selected ones, I would probably do it. Like, it's so mind-blowing just watching all the videos and seeing her perform and just seeing her like personify herself, and it's not just the artist now, but you're getting to see who this person is and this personality. It just really blows. 'Cause it's like, I'm like, where is this Adele this whole time? Like, what happened to her? Like, and this next story really just goes to show about her personality, about her, following her release of the fourth album, Adele had a straightforward request for the shuffle button to be removed, and streaming platform Spotify is standing beside her, 10 toes down, and listeners no longer are able to use the default shuffle option on Spotify, and you can now listen to the album straight up, no need to skip albums, no need to like rearrange the song. And she says the reason why she wanted to do this was so that artists are also storytellers, so they take time to arrange their album list, so you should listen to the album the way they have arranged them. And I'm just like, girl, I love this audacity. Like, what took you so long? You're here now, and I'm just really sad you never got me a ticket to go see you perform live. But I mean, yeah.
I mean, I love the fact that she did that. There was that video of her meeting her. She was talking about someone who inspired her as a child.
Yeah.
And then Emma Thompson now surprisingly brought up her English teacher, who was the person she was talking about.
Yeah.
And she got emotional about that. Had to go backstage.
Yeah, to go do her
fix her
makeup.
and come back again. And Adele is really just super talented to the point that she does something that Beyonce can't do frequently. All right, Adele can record in one go. Adele can record in one go, and that is really as far as it is. And what you get from the album, you get live at the same time. There's no mistake somewhere at all in her performances.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about her, and there's always a story. Unfortunately, this one was, fortunate. I don't know if fortunate is even the practical word. It might be. This one was powered by her divorce.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, what's the next one? The recent rumored engagement, is that the next
Is that
one?
the next
or
one?
whatever. Are we looking at
Refining
35?
Love?
Are we waiting for 35?
Right?
Because we know it's 25, then it was 30, and
It
it's
was
like,
19.
okay, so, but back to the Spotify thing. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of cool that Spotify want to do that, but at the end of the day, it's really my choice. Actually, it's not really about the artist's choice, because there's some songs you listen to whereby I would rather have had this track that was the last one here be the first one, or be somewhere in the middle. Why did you wait? I'd have to wait all this time for this. Even like when you look at a situation of like, I don't know, let me give a worst case scenario, a Chris Brown 20 album thing. All the good songs at the beginning, and all the rubbish ones at the end, so to speak. And then also you might also have to be in the mood, like you love this old album, but there are these 3 songs you want to start with number 7, and then move to like 8, and then go to 2. So I don't really know what, I get the story about you put the effort in, but sometimes it's like,
Wait,
and
we just
it
like what we
sometimes
like.
happen with our friends, because James, you're in the music management side as well. Sometimes it's like the person says they wanted this one to be the first one, this one they want to be released, and like, no, that's not the best one. That's not the best one to showcase.
That happens. But you know what I feel? I feel like it's an infringement on my fundamental human rights.
Yes.
I should have the power and the choice to skip to the next song.
Yeah.
So Adele, as much as I love Adele, I think she has that's a great deal of. You see what she has. This particular move is something that you expect from someone like a Kanye West to say this is what should happen. You need to listen to the full. So if they can put it on only your own part of the app, yes, that can be fine for me, but not across the whole app. Where and then some other streaming platform might now start having ideas like, oh wait, should we do? If you try it,
Yeah. Exactly.
Guys, thank you so much. I'm trying to think of albums that I couldn't skip, and one of them is Frank Ocean's Orange. I don't think I would ever be able to skip
Okay,
that.
that's a fair one.
That's a fair. And then there's Kanye West's is it Graduation or Late Registration?
Registration.
I don't know what.
Registration,
I think it's
yes,
right.
okay.
I can't skip that one
Registration.
without it.
But
doubt.
even if when you mention Kanye, right, I want to go from All of the Lights, like the intro, All of the Lights, to All of the Lights itself, and then go to Monster,
Yeah.
and then I can go to whatever else that comes my way.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah,
And even with Monster, you know, everything is all about fast forwarding to when Nicki comes in.
Yeah.
Just fast forward to when Nicki comes in. And when she finishes, the song is done.
All right, guys, it's wonderful having you today. Thank you so much for joining us today. Last message here. This is Lisa from Ikoyi, and she goes that you guys are getting upset with Adele for no reason. You can skip a track if you want. You just can't shuffle it anyhow. It's still the same thing.
The same thing. Which one is shuffle? Which one is skip? Don't touch
Same
anything.
thing.
Let me
Don't
make
touch-
my choice.
Make my choice, okay? That's what we're
Yes.
trying to say here. Guys, thank you so much. You guys can plug out,
Thank you,
please.
Judith. James Silas on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Twitter?
Clubhouse. Yeah, me too. I want to go abroad. I use Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can find me at ChefJet3000 on Twitter, Instagram. Because, you know, I'm here, but I'm not here.
Yeah.
I'm here, like, you know, non-physically, essence-wise,
You go.
so to speak. So that's why I'm able to use that application over there. So we back. Let me put it that way. Let me whisper it. We're back on Twitter.
Yeah.
Guys, my name is Judith TV. You can find me on Instagram and LinkedIn. I am at Judith TV. Unlike them, I'm very patriotic. Even when I go out of the country, I don't
beg your
tweet.
pardon.
I'm patriotic Nigerian. Bring us to the very end of Grapevine 981. Stick around. More music on the other side. Some Ola Nobule, some Eric Benet, some Toto, some Shaka Khan, and of course Prince. Please stay with us.
The Grapevine on the Smooth Breakfast Show.